Welcome everyone to my first top 10 video. Today's video is going to be looking at the top 10 morphers and changers between Mighty Morphin Jew Ranger to Gao Ranger Wild Force. The criteria that will be used is visual appeal, sound effects, and playability. For me, playability is very important in a morpher, where you have like a very interesting hand gesture and also a morpher that opens up and can do more versus just to push up a button and it's activated. Number 10, I have the Go-Go Brace from Go-Go 5. Now, visual appeal, I would say it is visually appealing. I like morphers to have a mysterious touch to it where you can't figure it out right away. This one right here, with the push of this button here, you have a little door that opens up, which reveals a screen that has all the different sound features. Also has nice LED lights, as shown right there. But as far as playability goes, it's very little playability. I mean, yes, you have fun opening up the little door, but the Go-Go 5 and Lightspeed hand gestures to activate it was pretty basic. So yeah, that's why I chose it for number 10. For number 9, I have the Turbo Morpher. Now, is it visually appealing? Not really. It does not look too visually appealing if you were to ask me. It's just this like brick morpher that does not really look like anything. There's not too much going on. Sound features, very basic, barely any sound features. You have this, and also the black button, which is broken on my morpher. But playability is huge because you have this key right here. You could do all the different hand gestures from Power Rangers Turbo, and that's something I loved about this morpher. This is why it one-upped the Go-Go Brace, because the Go-Go Brace did have a lot of sound features, yes, but at the end of the day, to me, it's more interesting to be able to move your arms around, do whatever you have to morph, versus sitting there and just pressing the buttons. Now, before I go on to number 8, I did want to show you that sparse sound that Turbo Morpher had. I forgot I had a beat up version of it, the black button. If you hold it, it just keeps going, or if you let go, it just stops. So yeah. And for number 8, I have the G-Brace phone. Visually appealing, it looks amazing. I love the wolf's head and the red eyes. When you open it up, the teeth give it a really awesome touch. When you flip it all the way, a phone is revealed, which is really awesome. Also, they gave the detachable wristband. If you watch the show, it would be wrist mounted, and then he would open the morpher up or changer and he would morph. That was a really nice added touch. For sound features, you had quite a bit. So you had the morph call, you had some codes here. I'll actually show it to you guys. I'm not going to play any of them, I'm just going to show it to you guys. So the first one is the theme song. The second is his bike. And the third, I actually don't even know what the third is. So sound features, I believe it had a decent amount. Playability, it is pretty low on the list. I mean, you could wear the morpher on your wrist and then detach it and just mimic what was on the show, but that was pretty much it. Number 7 is the Galaxy Morpher slash Ginga Brace. Now, is it visually appealing? To be honest, I don't think it's visually appealing. To be honest, I would say it looks ugly when you compare it to the other Morphers. Sound features, it actually has a decent amount, and I like when Morphers are individualized for each ranger. This one had all 5 rangers, animal calls. So I'm not gonna go through all of them, but I'll show you guys. So when you turn it on, it makes that sound. So that's a preview of the lion, and you have the henshin call. Now for playability, you also had pretty nice playability with this henshin device or morpher. If you look at Lost Galaxy, they use this to morph 2 different ways. In the TV show, they just press the button, but in the crossover with Lightspeed Rescue, they not only press the button, but they use the dial to align it with their specific ranger colors. So that was pretty cool. Number 6, I have the G phone from Gao Ranger, also known as the Growl phone, but this specific one is the G phone. Visually, it's very ugly, I'm sorry, but it's not appealing at all. It's just a dull gray, not gray, a dull gold phone, and you have these like black things coming out of it. Sound effects is very minimal. You open it up, and it does that. And you have this little button, and that's pretty much it. Now, playability is where it kills it. You can interchange these heads here to your favorite ranges. So right now it's on red. You can change it to white. Now keep in mind, my changer is actually very old and beaten up. I actually bought it secondhand. So if you buy it new, I'm pretty sure the colors will be much more vibrant. That one's yellow. This is my favorite, black. And finally, blue. That's what it looks like. Also, in the TV show, the Morpher turned into a humanoid whenever they morphed or henshin. So you can pull out these black pieces to make it into the humanoid form. And the head is right here. That's another plus. So playability, you could do so much with this. So that's the G phone for number 7. So I do want to correct myself. I accidentally said that's number 7 for G phone when I meant to say number 6. So moving on, number 5, I have the Artisan Aura Changer and Kiba Changer. I'm including them both because they're pretty similar. Visually, I believe they're beautiful. The reflective gold and the black, they look amazing. Then you have the reflective sticker that says Aura Changer and the 5 Ranger colors. Also, the little arm here with the ring, this design looks amazing, and the overall ring is like metal. Even the wristband is nicely detailed. With the Kiba Changer, you get this really nice metal key. You also have the option of clipping it to your belt, or you can even use it as a keychain. The white and gold also look really nice. Now for sound feature, it had a decent amount. It had 4 long phrases, each the Aura Changer and the Kiba Changer, when it was inserted like this. And playability was pretty decent. I feel like two-piece morphers or changers have a lot going for them because you can do the different hand gestures, and it's always fun to connect them. So yeah, so that's number 5 for the aura changer and Kiba changer. For number 4, I have the Artisan Doron changer. Visually, it looks amazing, and I love the unique take on this. We had quite a few wrist-mounted changers. This one, it's supposed to resemble a Japanese scroll, and we have the really nice design here of all 4 or 5 Kakuranger symbols, and we have the really nice gold finish, and also we have the center piece here, which is supposed to be a door that goes down with the push of a button. I'll show you right here. And you also get a nice light show. So this little door here is very discreet. Like, unless you watch the show or actually have the changer, there's no way you would have known that there's a little door there. It looks like it's part of the design. Also, you get each ranger's coins here. So what I have in the changer here is red. So I'll show you the different coins. You get blue's coin, yellow's coin, white, and black. And another hidden feature, not a hidden feature, another neat thing about this changer, it's got a little storage compartment for the coins, which I think is perfect. So you can keep all the coins together and you don't have to worry about losing them. So for sound effects, it had pretty basic sound effects. You had this one here, which I showed you guys. You had like a little siren. And that's pretty much it. And also, if you wanted, you could have this hanging on a display, or you could have it hanging off your belt buckle. So it's pretty cool. You had that option right there. And playability, it had a decent amount of playability because you can interchange between your favorite Kakuranger, or, well, they did not use it in Alien Ranges, so you can't really do that with Alien. But yeah, so it's really cool. That's the Doron Artisan changer for number 4. And I guess the original Doron changer would also apply here because they were pretty similar. Number 3, I wanted to include the Digitizer, both versions, the 90s version and the Artisan version and Morpher. And I do want to just let you know there are a little bit of spoilers ahead, so if you guys want to pause and fast forward, it's up to you guys. So I recently watched Mega Ranger, and I did not know how much more interesting this changer / morpher was until I watched it. So visually appealing, it looks very basic. It looks like another Morpher. It has a little bit of a mysterious effect, but it's a dark gray. There's not too much going on there. Now, when we get to sound effects, and this is where the spoilers are ahead, so I am warning you guys a second time. So whenever I was playing around with this, or whenever I watched Power Rangers in Space, I never really knew what 335. I was like, okay, what does 335 even mean? Even for Mega Ranger, I never really knew because I didn't watch the TV show. And then recently, I watched the TV show, and it all made sense. So it's very similar to a computer, like a computer that's password protected. You'd enter your password to access it, or a phone that has a passcode. You'd enter your passcode to access it. The same way with the Digitizer, they press 335 to unlock their henshin power, and that's how they transformed. Same thing with everything else. with the cyber slider and everything else. Hence the install mega range, which was a very cool touch. There's also a voice activated changer in the TV show without actually saying install mega ranger, and it had to be the user's voice. They would not be able to henshin. That was a vital part of it. That they actually had two unlocking stages, that and also the henshin. Although the henshin code is displayed in the changer there. Playability. Not too much playability, but sound effects for sure. For the artisan version, you did have a lot of playability because you could actually use the voice recognition. It was all about sound features with this one, so it wasn't too much playability going on. So that's number 3 for the digitizer. For number 2, we have the legacy morphers from Mighty Morphin. We have the Power Morpher, and we have the Green and White Rangers Morpher. This would also be applicable for the Artisan version, would also be applicable. I just don't have it because the Artisan version was pretty much the same sound effects. Just I think the coins were slightly different and you got additional accessories. Now, I chose this for number 2 because for visually appealing, I believe it is. They went another unique route with this. Instead of another wrist-mounted morpher or another phone morpher, this one was a belt buckle, and I thought it was really cool. And as most of you guys are aware, how it works is that you press the button and it opens up. It has a really nice light show too, and I'll show it to you guys. That's really cool. So I'm going to turn this off. And also, it came with the holster that was from the TV show. I know this was in Ranger, but I can't recall if this was also used in Mighty Morphin. So you could attach the Morpher, and you had a really nice paint job on the back here. This was also another individualized Morpher, like the Doron changer. So you could interchange it between the different Rangers. So you had Black Ranger's coin. Or I think I'm holding it wrong, sorry about that. So Black Ranger's coin. So White Ranger's coin, which you would of course use with the Gold Power Morpher. Pink Ranger's coin. And these coins are amazing. It's like a heavy metal. Yellow Ranger. And finally Blue Ranger. The original Power Morpher was annoying to interchange the coins. You had to twist and pull. This one made it easier for you. So how it worked is it came with a really nice button on the back. You pushed and it came out like so. So playability, it has quite a bit because you could interchange the different coins. You could do the different morph forces, because I know, especially in Ranger, they had something like that going on, so you could mimic all of that. And you can even have it struck. You can have it hanging off your belt or your pants. This backing here, and you could do the same pulses from the TV show. So sound features. It had basic sound features. Visually, it's very appealing. I love it. It looks amazing. And playability, it's pretty high up there. So yeah, so that's why I chose this one for number 2. Before I reveal the number 1 Morpher, I would like to do like an honorable mention. The first honorable mention I have is the Titanium Morpher. Visually, it does look appealing and also not so much. I don't really care for the box shape, but the blue and the gold and the silver are like a nice touch. Sound features, it had 3 sound features. You had these 2 buttons here and this one here. Unfortunately, the electronics are dead in mine. Playability, there's really nothing as far as playability goes. I mean, you could do the whole titanium power and do Ryan's hand gestures with this Morpher, but sound features and playability is very lacking in this one here. And finally, we have the Chronomorpher as the next honorable Morpher. I do apologize, I had a hard time finding it. So, Chrono Changer, actually, this is the Japanese version. So, visually, it doesn't look too appealing. It's a little bit oversized compared to some of the other Morphers. And sound features, it actually had a little bit here. So you had the 3 buttons here, and the sound features were hidden in the light show. So every time it hit the one of those red lights, it was one of the sound features. These were arrows where you could kind of navigate. This was the enter button. So you had like 4 different sound features. Playability, there's really not too much that you can really do with this. I mean, you could do the whole Time Force or Time Ranger henshin like moves, but that's pretty much it. Morpher is pretty basic. So yeah, so that's my honorable mentions, and next will be the number 1 Morpher. Are you guys ready for the number 1 Morpher? So here it is, the number 1 Morpher, Legacy Zeonizer. So where do I begin with this gold mine? So visually, it's a very appealing Morpher. The silver, the gold, the black, it complements each other really well. Also, it has that mysterious look to it. I like that in Morpher, so when you look at it, you can't tell what it is right away, or how to even operate it. And this was a 2-piece changer. One thing that I loved was it wasn't something that you inserted, like let's say the Aura Changer, the Magnet Defender's Morpher. It was pretty much a crystal. Let me actually bring it up close. The power was pretty much in the crystal, as the 2 connected, and the crystal would pretty much fall down, and their power would be emitted. So it was something different for once. And sound features, this was amazing. Not only did it had amazing sound features, but it also had an amazing light show. So let me show you guys. So it had that sound feature of the whoosh sound. So if you were to move it around, it would actually make that whoosh sound. Let me actually wear it and see. Yeah, so there you go. So it makes like punching sounds as well. When you turn it on, it makes the sound of the Morpher appearing. So for the Red Ranger, you had a red illuminating light. And then by twisting this extra button, this is a button they actually added. This is the original Oranger's changer, or the power brace. And the Zeonizer did not have like a rotating button here. So by rotating it, it would go to the next Ranger. Or it would play the Zeo theme. So you guys get the idea. So the sound features, this one gets top notch, because a lot of the other ones, although they did have a lot of heavy sound features, this is the first Morpher that actually had color coded phrases, which was actually really cool. So this one tops in the sound feature department. And also playability, it tops it as well, because you have really nice you can play around with it, really nice sound features. But also in Power Rangers Zeo, they had so many different hand features when they went to morph. So it was always exciting to do that. And also for going back to visual appearance and everything, it had a really nice wristband. It's different from the usual wristband. It's a lot more, it's a thicker leather, like a soft, thick leather. Let me actually turn this off. I think the longer you keep it on, it will make that sound there. So yeah, so they really went out in this Morpher here because the original Oranger's change or the Zeonizer, I don't think I have any batteries in this. I do apologize. It just made a very basic sound there. So there we have it. So that's my top 10 Morphers and changes review, or video, because it's not really much of a review. So, and these are my specific selections. Like, it could vary for you guys. So yeah, so I would love to hear what you guys thought, or I would love to see your top 10. And as always, please subscribe, like, leave comments. It really does help. And thank you so much for watching this video. I do appreciate it. Thank you and have a great day.